Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is a rainy and exhausting Thursday here, and the coffee is barely keeping me awake at this point. But the soap world never sleeps, and the deadlines are piling up on my desk like crazy. We have some massive, game-changing updates from Genoa City today. So grab your mugs, settle in, and let's just dive right into the absolute chaos that is about to unfold. And it all starts with a trip to London. Billy Abbott and Sally Spectre just got back from what was supposed to be this huge, healing journey across the pond. Billy finally listened to Sally. He packed his bags, got on a plane, and went to see Jill Abbott. Because Jill's health hasn't been great lately, and Billy has been carrying around all this heavy, toxic baggage about his mother and Chancellor Industries. But Sally pushed him. She told him to make amends. She told him life is too short. And it actually worked. Billy and Jill had that difficult mother-son conversation. They hashed it out. They cried, they hugged, they fixed things. And Billy came back to Genoa City feeling like a completely new man. He is lighter. He is happier. He is finally free from the corporate grind that was slowly destroying his soul. But right when things seem perfect, the universe decides to throw a massive curveball because that is just how Genoa City works. So they get back to town. Billy is on cloud nine. He is looking at Sally like she is the absolute center of his universe. Because she kind of is right now. She saved him from himself. But Sally is acting weird. She is distracted. She is nervous. She is looking at the calendar and doing mental math that is clearly terrifying her. And then we get the sneak peek, this heavily rumored spoiler that changes the entire trajectory of their relationship. Sally needs a favor, a very discreet, very secret favor. And she doesn't go to Chloe. She doesn't go to Sharon. She goes to Audra Charles, which is just wild when you think about it. But also makes perfect sense in a twisted way, because Audra is sneaky. Audra knows how to keep her mouth shut when it benefits her. And Audra is already neck-deep in everyone else's drama anyway. So Sally pulls Audra aside. She looks terrified. She asks, "Did you bring what I asked for?" And it is heavily rumored that what Audra is smuggling in her purse for Sally is a pregnancy test. A little plastic stick that could detonate a bomb in the middle of the Abbott family. Just raw panic in Sally's eyes. Typing this out makes my head spin because the stakes are just incredibly high for her right now. Sally Spectre might be pregnant with Billy Abbott's baby. Let that sink in for a second. But we have to look at the history here. We have to look at why Sally is completely losing her mind over a late period. Because it is not just about the inconvenience of a surprise baby. It is about deep, agonizing trauma. Every single why in our fan remembers what happened the last time Sally was pregnant. Baby Ava, the little girl she was supposed to have with Adam Newman. That storyline broke all of our hearts. It was devastating. Sally ended up in the hospital. Adam had to make an impossible choice between saving Sally or saving the baby. He chose Sally. And the baby didn't make it. That loss shattered Sally into a million pieces. It destroyed her relationship with Adam. It sent her spiraling. And she has carried that grief with her every single day since. So now, imagine being Sally. Imagine standing in a bathroom, holding an unopened pregnancy test, and feeling all of that horrific trauma rushing back. The fear isn't just about being a mom. The fear is about going through that catastrophic loss all over again. What if she gets pregnant and loses this one too? What if her body can't handle it? The psychological weight of this moment is just immense. She is probably terrified to even take the test because as long as she doesn't take it, she can pretend it is just stress from the London trip. But the reality is ticking away in her head, and she has to know. She has to find out if she is carrying Billy's child. And then there is Billy's side of the equation. Billy Abbott is a complicated guy. He is a great dad, but his track record is messy. He has Johnny and Katie. They are teenagers now. They are basically grown. Billy has finally reached a point in his life where he doesn't have to deal with diapers and midnight feedings and toddler tantrums. He has freedom. He has a successful relationship with Sally. They are traveling to London. They are living a glamorous, adult life. Does he really want to hit the reset button and start all over again with a newborn? That is a massive question, and it is a question that Sally is probably agonizing over while she waits for those test results. But we also can't forget Billy's own trauma. Because just like Sally lost Ava, Billy lost Delia, and Delia's death is the defining tragedy of Billy Abbott's entire existence. It broke him. It turned him into a reckless, gambling, self-destructive mess for years. The pain of losing a child is something that Billy and Sally actually share. It is a dark, terrible bond between them. But it also means Billy understands the fragility of life. A new baby could be a beautiful, healing miracle for both of them. It could be the ultimate fresh start. Or it could trigger all of their worst fears and anxieties. The writers have struck absolute gold with this setup. It is clunky and messy and beautiful all at the same time. So let's picture the scene. Audra hands over the bag. Maybe they are at society. Maybe they are at Crimson Lights. Audra probably gives Sally a knowing look. Audra is a shark, but even she has to realize how heavy this is. Audra might even offer to wait with her. Or maybe she just walks away, adding this massive secret to her growing arsenal of Genoa City blackmail material. Because Audra knows about Holden and Malcolm. She knows about the Winters family civil war. And now she knows Sally's deepest, most vulnerable secret. But Sally takes the bag. She goes to a bathroom. She takes the test. And then she waits. Those 3 agonizing minutes, staring at the counter, praying, crying, panicking. What if it is positive? What if there are 2 pink lines staring back at her? How does she tell Billy? Does she blurt it out over dinner? Does she wrap the test in a little gift box? Billy is going to be absolutely floored. He is going to drop whatever he is holding. His jaw will hit the floor. The shock will be total. But Billy is a good guy deep down. He loves Sally. He has told her he wants a future with her. So if it is positive, I think Billy will step up. He will pull her into a hug. He will tell her they are going to figure it out. He will be the rock she needs because he knows how terrified she is of losing another baby. He will promise to protect her and this new child with everything he has. But we have to consider the ripple effects, because a positive test doesn't just affect Billy and Sally, it affects the entire Abbott family. And the Abbotts are a complete disaster right now. Jack is losing his mind over Diane and Patty Williams. Diane has moved out. Kyle is miserable and fighting with Claire. The Abbott mansion is a dark, depressing place. Billy dropping a baby bombshell right now would be insane. It would be a shockwave. Jill would probably have a heart attack all over again. Victoria would roll her eyes. Chelsea would have mixed feelings. And then there is Adam. Oh man, Adam. Adam Newman is currently in Las Vegas. He is losing his grip on reality. He is slipping back into his dark spider persona. He is kissing Reza Thompson and leaving his brother Nick completely vulnerable to Matt Clark's psychotic revenge plot. Adam is a mess, but Adam still loves Sally. We all know it. The fans know it. The writers know it. If Adam finds out that Sally is pregnant with Billy Abbott's baby, that will destroy him. It will be the ultimate gut punch. He lost his baby with Sally, and now his hated rival is giving her the family she always wanted. The jealousy and the rage would be nuclear. It would drag Adam right back into the Genoa City drama in the most explosive way possible. But let's flip the script. Let's look at the other scenario. What if the test is negative? What if it is just a false alarm? Sally looks at the stick. 1 line, not pregnant. The immediate reaction would be relief. A massive, heavy sigh of relief. She doesn't have to face the physical and emotional terror of another high-risk pregnancy. She doesn't have to blow up Billy's life. But after the relief fades, what comes next? Disappointment. Because sometimes you don't realize how much you want something until you think it is happening, and then it is taken away. Sally wants to be a mother. She has always wanted to be a mother. And seeing that negative result might actually break her heart a little bit. And that leads to the most important conversation of their entire relationship. Sally has to tell Billy what happened. She has to sit him down and say, I thought I was pregnant today. I took a test. It was negative, and Billy is going to have to react to that. He is going to see the sadness in her eyes. And it is going to force them to stop playing house and actually talk about their long-term future. The spoilers say that Billy and Sally are going to start discussing their dreams. They are going to plan their next steps. This pregnancy scare is the exact catalyst they need to stop coasting and start committing. Billy is going to have to look deep inside himself and ask if he wants to be a father again. And I think the answer is going to be yes, because he loves Sally. He sees how much she has changed him for the better. He sees how she supported him with Jill. He sees her loyalty, and he knows she deserves the world. So this false alarm, or this real pregnancy, whichever it turns out to be, is going to push Billy to the edge. It is going to make him realize that life is unpredictable, and he needs to lock this down. He needs to secure his future with the woman he loves. And that brings us to the biggest rumor of all, a proposal, a wedding. A massive step forward for Billy and Sally, because if you go through a pregnancy scare, you realize what is truly important. Billy might just pull out a ring. He might get down on one knee right there in the living room, with the negative pregnancy test still sitting in the trash can, and tell her that he wants it all. He wants the marriage, He wants the house. He wants the babies. He wants forever. It would be the most romantic, chaotic, perfectly soap opera moment ever. And honestly, after all the misery with Victor and Jack and Matt Clark, we need some romance. We need a win. So we are just waiting. We are watching the clock. We are waiting for Audra to hand over that bag. We are waiting for Sally to lock the bathroom door. We are waiting for Billy to find out. The tension is just incredible. The writers have built this up so perfectly. Tying Sally's past trauma with Adam to her current stability with Billy. Testing their relationship in the most primal, emotional way possible. It is raw. It is real. It is going to be an acting masterclass from Courtney Hope and Jason Thompson. I am exhausted just thinking about how many tissues I am going to need for these episodes. Because whether there is a baby or not, the tears are going to flow. And that is just where we are at. A tired journalist typing furiously about fictional pregnancies because the drama is just too good to ignore. The next few weeks of Y and R are going to be a roller coaster. We have the Vegas kidnapping madness. We have the Winters family civil war over Holden. We have the Abbott marriage collapsing. And right in the middle of it all, we have Sally Spectral holding a plastic stick that could change the future of Genoa City forever. Brace yourselves, guys. It is going to be a wild, bumpy ride. And I will be right here, drinking too much coffee, breaking it all down for you.